millions and millions of records is not about sex or peace and love or revolution or even anarchy. It's about the worst that society has to offer. It's about murder, suicide, rape, injustice, even ritual killings. And according to the critics, the kids that listen to this music are killing themselves and each other because of it. The music is called heavy metal. Industrial Pittsburgh, deep in the heavy metal heartland of America. This is Metallica, the most powerful new metal band in the world. The message is that in a violent and dangerous society, the future for these kids is probably no future at all. And that's what frightens the opponents of heavy metal. This is the real youth culture of the early 90s. According to a national lobby group, the Parents Music Resource Centre, there have been 30 teenage suicides and 150 murders because of heavy metal since 1986.
There is a side effect to marketing your product with a death message. And the risk is that the interpretation will be that death is the product and that the bands want you to kill yourself.
Violence has always been a part of human society. And part of what these bands are rebelling against is the sweeping it under the rug, is the lie that there is no violence.
No band will encourage an audience to kill themselves. Dead people don't buy records. But it is true that suicide is a recurring theme in metal music. In 1987, 4 girls in Bakersfield, New Jersey, gassed themselves in a van. This song, Fade to Black, was found in the car stereo. A few days later, 2 young girls in Illinois copied the suicide. The lyrics to Fade to Black were found on the car seat between them.
Come on, let's be realistic, all right? You have a kid who listens to like some music by some band who writes some lyrics. I mean, if at the end of the day they unfortunately would end up, you know, either killing themselves or whatever, then you would suspect that the sort of the source of the problem is something that should hopefully be a lot larger than, you know, some rock band, you know, playing some, you know, open chords on a guitar.
There's been at least, I'd say 6 or 8 instances where kids come up to us and go, if it wasn't for Fade to Black, I would be dead right now. Said that song made me not kill myself.
Australia is about to feel a new wave of heavy metal. Metallica is coming down to tour in May. And after what you've just seen, a lot of you, especially parents, may be frightened by the results. But what's frightening is not the music, it's the society that created it. According to the United States Department of Justice, 5,000 teenagers commit suicide in this country every year. That works out to about 14 a day. So it's a cop-out just to blame the music. Because it's not like punk. It doesn't come from the vicious inner city. The bands and their fans live here in white middle-class suburbia. They write about death and violence to cut through to an audience already desensitized by the nightly horror on the 6 o'clock news.
I think, you know, different bands have different approaches and there are different things that get people off. You know, if some band wants to sit and write about Satanism or, you know, initiating people to kill themselves or, you know, is writing about, you know, mass murder, all that, I mean, who am I to sit and tell them not to? Because I think at the end of the day, we're talking about some very basic things, which is like, you know, freedom of speech.
The argument about this music goes much deeper than the old argument about the sexuality of Elvis or the anarchy of the Sex Pistols. All over the world, garage bands like these guys in New Jersey are becoming more and more violent as they compete for attention. And never before has death played such a big part in popular culture.
Okay, now some kid goes out and commits suicide, right? Some old guy goes out and commits suicide, right? There's a reason why there's something wrong with this person to commit suicide. It's obvious that maybe they should be in the psycho ward before they stick the knife in their gut. I mean, everybody in the world is not normal.
No matter which way you look at it, metal is about horror. Monsters, ghouls, and angels of destruction leer out of the album covers. Bands called Megadeth, Abattoir, Slayer, and Dead on Arrival bash out songs called Regurgitated Guts and scream bloody gore. And Satanism, with its ready-made imagery, is a perfect source of inspiration. This is the Satanic band Venom.